Now, if your spirit is willing, your body can evolve. So, how do you set up a 2020 fitness plan? First, you got to start with the mentality. I know you hear the cliches all the time. Start with your mindset, start with your mindset. But what you set your mind to will set the direction of your life. So if you really try to make this change, finally in 2020, I'm going to make this change. I'm really going to get fit. You have to see a fit person inside of your body. I wish I had this picture. It was this guy who had a big belly, and then there was like a fit guy inside of him with the six pack and everything. That's you, that's literally you. But if you, every time you look in the mirror, you see that the big guy, not the fit guy, then it's hard to get in that. So it's like you have to see it before you can be it. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's the one and only, the Holistic Motivator here. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to get fit for 2020. Come on, let's go, keep pushing. Come on, faster. You got it, come on, let's go. Now, I don't know what your definition of fit means, but I believe that when you're fit, things go back to its natural order. Sometimes we think that fit means looking a certain way. No. Under every belly is a six-pack, which means fitness is not a deviation from ill health. The World Health Organization categorized health as the deviation, as the lack of being sick or not being sick. I mean, what type of mindset is that? That's why that's what's ruling our society, is the mindset that if you're not sick, you're healthy. Why don't we flip it? Why don't you be healthy so you're not sick? So the goal of fitness is not to change your state, but to revert back to your natural state and to improve upon your natural functioning. So when you think about how to get fit for 2020, it's how to revert back to the person you once was before. Isn't that interesting? What do I mean by that? Your physiology is made up in a way to ensure that you thrive and survive. It's not made for you to be sick. And you know what I mean? Your physiology is made for you to thrive and survive. God gave you a body, He gave you a brain, He gave you a planet, He gave you herbs and food. And He's like, listen, I'm giving you all these things. I'm giving you herbs, food, your body, a mind, an ecosystem. Manage your body and manage it well. And we screw it all up. That's pretty much what ill health is when we screw up our natural way of being. So a lot of times we think we have to do something different to get healthy. No, we have to get healthy to do something different. Now, I'm going to talk about how to set up a health plan, build habits to stick to the plan, execute the plan, and maintain the plan. All right, you're trying to get fit here, but here's the thing. A lot of people look at getting fit as a big task. A big task. It's not a task. If anything is a burden, then why would you go to do it? If somebody said, okay, we're going to go to China tomorrow, but I need you to carry 1,000-pound load. Do you really want to go to China? But if it was like, oh, I'm gonna go to China just because I want to see China, and there's no load, there's no burden I have to carry, I just gonna go. That's what fitness is. I'm just gonna go get fit. I'm gonna go get fit. But at the same time, I'm not really gonna go get fit. I'm just going to express the fitness that's inside of me. So every day I'm gonna do things that fit people do. You cannot go from fat to fit. You have to be fit in your mind to be fit in your body. Now, a lot of people have a fat mindset and want a fit body. You can't have that. What do I mean by a fat mindset? I don't like when people say I'm fat. I really dislike it. It's not the truth, because you are not fat. You have fat. We like to categorize ourselves based on what we have. Why do we do that? Oh, I'm rich. I have $1 million. I'm rich. No, you're not rich. You have $1 million. You have wealth. So just like you have wealth, you have health. If your health is less, it doesn't mean you're less. It just means your health is less. So that mentality separates you from your health, separates you from your fat. If you identify with it, it becomes your identity. And our identities will not evolve unless our mindset evolves. Now, before I did this, I had to convince myself that I can. You know what I mean? And it's hard for me to be like, oh, go from fat to fit, because I was never really bigger. You know, I was always skinnier. So I was always the skeleton trying to put on muscle. You know what I mean? So I wasn't the big bone trying to be slimmer. But I had to have a fit mentality rather than a skinny mentality. I never liked when people say you're skinny. You know what I mean? Because skinny is two deviations from fit. If you're super skinny and you're overweight, it's a deviation from the middle. So a deviation is not you, okay? So the first thing is you have to stop categorizing yourself as fat, skinny, big boned, or whatever. Because you're not any of that, all right? You are you. You're much bigger than that. You're a spirit who possesses a soul and lives in a body. Now, if your spirit is willing, your body can evolve. So, how do you set up a 2020 fitness plan? First, you got to start with the mentality. I know you hear the cliches all the time. Start with your mindset, start with your mindset. But what you set your mind to will set the direction of your life. So, if you really try to make this change, finally in 2020, I'm going to make this change. I'm really going to get fit. You have to see a fit person inside of your body. I wish I had this picture. It was this guy who had a big belly, and then there was a fit guy inside of him with a six-pack and everything. That's you. That's literally you. But if every time you look in the mirror, you see that the big guy, not the fit guy, then it's hard to get in that. So it's like you have to see it before you can be it. Now, how do you set up a fitness plan? Self-awareness is the initial stage of coming up with a plan. Now, if I'm going to start a plan for my business, a lot of us, we're entrepreneurs, so many entrepreneurs out here. If you're going to start a plan for your business, wouldn't you want to analyze your finances, your services? You want to do some sort of research to see what's going on, and you want to have a goal, something to hit, or an objective. And there's also the stakeholders. Who are you doing it for? So there's multiple things. When you're setting up a plan for your business, you look at the stakeholders, you look at the finances, you look at the infrastructure, you look at the employees. But how come when we set up a plan for ourselves, we only look at the end goal? Does that make any sense? If you set a goal for your health, you don't just look at the end goal, you look at all the processes and the deviations. So here's the thing. Health is your natural way. Don't ever let anybody tell you that health is deviation from sickness. No, health is your natural way. Health is for you. Now, what if you say, but some people are born with diseases, Ed? What do you mean health is the norm? Some people are born with, well, that's some people, and that's just the truth. The reality is some people do get diseases when they're born, and I sympathize. And some people are born with certain genes that are, not as favorable as other genes. Yes, that is true. Okay, but I want you to look at you. Don't let some people be the boat you hop on to escape yourself. Some people do that. Well, some people, they're just big bone, or it's just hormones, some people. But is it you, though? You know what I mean? We're not talking about other people's business. That's what we often do. We're just like, but look at them. But they're fat. No. You have to look at yourself, about your life. What habits do you have? I do it so much, sometimes it hurts. I got a journal here. If you didn't watch my last video on how to journal on YouTube, you go watch it, okay? It's important to do that self-analysis. I've trained clients for 5 years, and a lot of people just want a result. And it's not your fault, because the media sells us on results. Oh, buy this pill, and in 14 days, you're going to lose 40 pounds. Do this, and in 14 days, you're going to lose 50 pounds. Do this, and in 30 days, you're going to live 30 pounds. I'm not going to tell you that. So you can lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks if you wanted to. You could do a detox program. There's a juice detox that I actually have from my mentor, Dr. Jose Love. You could lose 14 pounds in a week. But if you lose 14 pounds of fat without the 14 pounds of doubt, then you're not going to stick. Now, that's why it's so important is to build habits so you can stick to the plan.